Hey guys, and welcome back to the Abby Diaries and 37 questions and a coffee with. Now today I have a very special guest on. As always, they're all very special, but I'm particularly excited about this one because I think I'm going to learn a lot today as well. And the person I have on today, her name is Angel. She's a good friend of mine. I've known her, so I'll let her tell her story, but she moved to England, I reckon when she was around 8 or 9, which made me about 6 or 7. I'm probably a bit inaccurate there, but I'll let her tell you. And I think I've known her pretty much since then. But yeah, so she is on today. She's an artist. She started a new business venture. Her professional title is she's a lab technician. That's what she is, a lab technician. But really her talent, she's very talented in that. She's a mum of 2 boys. Also, you need a lot of talent to be able to do that. And on top of that, she's also got this huge talent in the form of art. And she does incredible artwork. And she made this incredibly cute bookmark for me a few years back. This was years ago, and I already think it's amazing, but she's improved even more since then. It says daughter of the star breather, and it's from Psalms, is that 33 verse 6, and it's just, I love it. It's just, she literally made matching ones for everyone in the friendship group, and yeah, she does amazing artwork. So now she started a new business venture, a little on the artist side, a little on another side, but yeah, I don't want to give too much away. So without further ado, here's Angel. Hi, Angel.
Hi.
I've already done a little mini introduction for you, so everyone knows who you are in my words, but we'll obviously get who you are in your own words in a second. So we can jump straight in. You've got your coffee cup ready?
Yes, I do.
Yes, and I've got my questions ready, so we can jump straight in.
Let's go for it.
So also, before I start, so I usually wear like something to represent the people that I'm talking to. So in my first interview, I was talking to a friend and I wore a high school hoodie, the same one kind of thing. We went to the same high school, so I wore that. The second one, it was with my cousin, and she's in Sri Lanka, so I had a Sri Lankan top with elephants on it. So today I was like, what should I wear? I want to kind of keep the theme going. What should I wear with Angel? So I know we have one top that we have that's the same, and it says like daughter of a king, or I can't remember. What does it say? Yeah, and I was like, I have no idea where that is. Like, I know it's somewhere, but I was like, okay, I can't look for it. So I was like, what's quite an artsy thing I have? And I was like, tie-dye. Tie-dye is quite like an artistic thing.
There we go,
right?
we got it. It's artsy.
Exactly. So I was like, I'm going to interview probably the most artistic person in my contacts, probably. Yeah. So, yeah, you and one more person, you're like both like in 2 different kind of artistic ways, but you 2 are like the most artistic people that I've ever met. So I was like, yeah, what's artsy? So I've got my tie-dye on and my questions ready and my coffee, and we are ready to go. Okay, so first question is something that I kind of ask everyone, and that is, describe yourself in 5 words.
So it's a good thing that I looked at the older one. Because otherwise I would have been stumped. I was sitting open and I was like, how do I describe myself? Well, I think the first thing that you said, I'm creative. I love doing things. I love creating. Especially now I've got a kid, we explore creative stuff together, so it's extra fun. I'm loud.
Oh yeah.
If I'm in a room, you know, because I'm loud.
Yeah.
I'm friendly, and this is actually quite funny because one year in camp, right, me and this girl, we had this altercation, and Auntie Salma came over to me and she was like, now Angel, we are God's children and we must be kind, right? And after that, I was really super duper kind to her. And at the end of camp, my title was the friendliest camper. And I took that to heart. So wherever I go, I try to always be friendly with people who don't know anyone. I try to put people like who are alone. I like to go and seek them out. So that's why I think I'm friendly.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I'm going to pause you there as well because camp. So for people that don't know that are watching this and they're like, what is she talking about camp? So we have this summer camp at our church. So we grew up in so there's lots of parts of our church, lots of different churches, but we all come together for summer camp that took place every summer, and we had girls camp.
Highlight of the year.
It was the highlight of the year. It was so much fun, and that's the camp that Angel's talking about. And at the end, they do this cute thing where they give out certificates before we have our little campfire, and it's just cute things like the nicest kind of the person who was the most kind, the person who was the most helpful, and everyone always got something nice, and Angel's was that, so that's a bit of an explanation for that. And she is, I can vouch for that.
So that's 3. Then I am very, I don't know if this is this.
Wait, that's 2.
Hold on, I said creative.
Creative, friendly.
Oh, whoops. And now that's
nice try. Out loud, yes you did. I'm sorry.
And
yes.
I'm family orientated, and I don't know if that's a like a descriptive word.
Yeah.
But I love
absolutely.
my family. Unfortunately, I'm just surrounded with boys at the moment. I've got dad, husband, 2 brothers, 2 sons. And I'm like, where the girls at? Waiting.
That's so true.
Just waiting for my brothers to get married now, because that's when the sisters are coming in, because
Or just waiting to have a little girl.
I'm giving up hope. Yes, I love my family. Do anything for them. Description and wait, that's for last one. To describe me. I love God. I don't know if that's a description.
Love God. Okay.
I love God. I love everything. I want everything that I do, anything that I say. I just want my life to shout out Jesus. So yeah, that's me.
Love it. Perfect. That last one, I'm going to let you have it, even though it's not like a description word. I'm going to let you have it because I love it. So second one, another one. This has become, so this was meant to be, I was meant to change this question up, but I loved it so much. I think I'm going to keep it as a permanent one. What's the best piece of advice that you've ever been given?
So again, this one, I'm so glad it's over for, because I can't remember any type of advice. But the one advice that I can only remember is one from, again, Auntie Soma, right? She told me, before you say anything, roll it on your tongue 7 times. Then if it's worthy, say it. Because I think as a child, I might have just blah, 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 talk too much, or just stir it up a little, I don't know. So I think that is great advice. Think about your words.
That's amazing advice.
The impact that you have on other people. So, yeah.
That is actually really good advice, because that's something I bet I struggle with. It's so hard to do that as well, though. I've never heard that. I've never heard it being say it on your tongue, roll it on your tongue 7 times. But it's just so hard to think before you speak sometimes.
I think we're
it
both
really
quite we can get chatty and we can go on kind of thing. So it would be hard for both of us to kind of start think about it.
Yeah. Do you see, I don't want to phrase this like a question because my 37 questions are going to run out. But
keep my advice. I think when especially when I'm with new people, I would do, because it kind of echoes something my husband says to me all the time, which is, okay, you're meeting this person for the very first time. Don't just blab out your whole life and be trusting with everyone and anyone you see.
Oh my gosh, my dad's advice.
Because we're friendly and stuff, we just get on, and he's like,
you share everything. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm starting to do that now, but I think it is difficult, because I feel like if you want to share with someone, you've got to share a little bit about yourself, open yourself up, then they can open up with you. So yeah,
that really helps with a lot of relationships. Also, Auntie Soma, another keyword that we don't know who that is, for people who don't know who that is. And sadly, a lot of people don't, even people that kind of go to our church now, maybe. But Auntie Soma, she's our our original pastor's wife, our previous pastor's wife, and she's the OG, and she's she and he are both like a huge part of all of our lives, because we like grew up with them. They taught us amazing things, and to be honest, Auntie Selma gives amazing advice. She really does. The things, wisdom, it's just everything she says is just wisdom, isn't it? It's just amazing. I hope she watches this, because we love you, Auntie Selma. She's so good. And Uncle Ebby, yeah, amazing people of God, like people to really look up to. I feel like Angel's going to keep mentioning her name going on as well, so which is why I'm like putting it out there already. So I mentioned before you jumped on, so while I was introducing you, I mentioned that so I could be completely wrong, but you came here when you were like 7, 8,
10,
8, 9,
10.
I was close. I said 8 or 9, and then I said I think I was 7 or 8. And I think that works out. So you were 10 when you came, and I think we met straight away, like nearly straight away, like around that time. I actually remember meeting you for the first time. I really do, outside the church, outside your church now, well, like your old church. And I do, and you were singing you were singing, you know, one of those things that we used to do, my name is high low, one of those, and you were trying to play that with me, and I was quite shy and reserved, and you were not, and you were like proper, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I was like so overwhelmed meeting you, like I was like, oh my gosh, like it's so like crazy. And I just remember you teaching me that, and that's like my first memory of you. But I was gonna say, so tell us a bit. So where were you born? Where are you from?
So I love saying this. Even in school, everybody used to be like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm French. I was born in France, but my parents are Sri Lankan. I speak Tamil. I'm a Christian, and I live in England." And they'll be like, "Whoa, that's like so many things."
A lot of information.
But yeah, so we moved here in 2001. But we've been here for like. Oh my gosh, yeah, 20 years. 20 years, that's a long time. Yeah. Wow. My cousins, they moved over first, then we came over. And people always ask me, would you want to move back? And I'm like, nah, I'm settled now.
Yeah. And without shaping it like a question, you don't live in London anymore.
No, I've moved out. So. Left the coop. I'm in Wolverhampton now, actually. It was amazing because originally it was because I was looking for work, so I was looking for some trainee work after I graduated. I was working in Harlow, and I was only looking for jobs in London because, like I said, I'm family orientated, and I was like, I'm not getting out of here, I'm staying here, nobody's moving out of here. And then whilst I was applying, there was this one position that came up, and it was like in Birmingham, and for some reason it stood out to me, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just apply for it. And like before, I'd get like other places, but nothing. I was just like, nah, it's not London. I'm not interested. But this one was like, okay. And then I prayed. I was like, well, God, don't let me get my hopes up. Like, I'm not really interested. But if it's your will, do it, kind of thing. And then I spoke to Sam. I picked up the phone. I was like, listen, I found this position. I applied for it. What do you think? He's like, oh yeah, man, I'd love to move out of London. I was like, okay, well, but this is I just applied, and I was like, okay, forgot about it. I got an interview for that and another position in London within the same week. So I was really hoping for the London one, and then I went to the one in Birmingham, and I was just like, I finished my interview, came back and sat in the car, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I didn't come because this is my dream job. And if I don't get it, I'm just going to be so upset. And then I got the position, and I was like, well, God, I only want to come here if it's your will, like not me. Yeah. And so I was like, you guide me. So from the moment I got the job, we got rented out a place right like opposite the hospital that came to us straight. And then everything just fell into place to the place where we're at now, the church where I'm going, and what I'm doing there. So everything God has just been, and it's not just letting it happen, He's just confirmed it as well. So yeah, that's been great.
That's so cool. You like turned that question into like a sick message as well. So kudos, well done on that. My question was going to be, so if you could if you could go and live somewhere forever, whether it be the 3 places that you've already kind of lived and grown up, or you could pick somewhere else, which would you call home? Where would you love to go and just live and work? And I know it's quite tough because that could be like anywhere, but what's your dream kind of location?
I think I'm settled where I am now. Like, I think London will still be like, it'll be a toss up between here and London because all my family is there, kind of thing. But I love where I am now. I love the connections I've made now, and I hate moving to anywhere else. So if I'm gonna go anywhere, it's got to be somewhere I've already been. So yeah, probably here.
That is true. Yeah. Very brave though. That's such a brave. That's really cool though. Moving somewhere, it's tough, but it's cool. Well done. So moving on to question number 5. I mentioned how I remember our first ever memory, but what's your favorite memory of us two? What is your favorite memory?
It's gotta be, so again, camp reference, right? Good
thing you
explained it. 1 year at camp, I think we'd left all the mic stands and everything, and we had to try to figure out a way to get them to hang. So I was chucking some like strings into the beams and doing all of this crafty DIY way of making it hang from the air kind of thing. And you turned around to me and you were like, oh my gosh, you just remind me so much of my mum kind of thing. And you're gonna be such a great mum. And I'm just like, oh, that is the best thing because I love your mum.
Oh my gosh, that is so wow.
Can you remember that? You can't remember.
So vaguely though, it's not something I'd be like, it stands out, but that's so nice.
Yeah, I love that because I was like, oh, I love Auntie.
And this was before you were a mum, wasn't
definitely.
It? It was way,
I don't think, maybe I was married.
You weren't even married.
No,
I don't think you were actually. I think it was quite early on. Oh my gosh, how nice. This is why I love hearing people's favorite memories, because it's never the same, I feel, because everyone's always got a special thing in their head and it's always different. So that's so special. That actually made me, that's so sweet. I love that. My mum's gonna love hearing that. That's so nice. Oh my gosh, that touched me. Okay. Okay, so moving on, what is one thing that people would be surprised to learn about you? I think you're like me where you wear your heart on your sleeve, so everything's quite open and out there, but so it's a bit harder.
I don't know.
Something you didn't study up on that one, did you?
Then the baby woke up before that. I got to that question. What one thing people surprised to know? I don't know. Okay, but this is a funny one.
Okay.
I can't say the alphabet in English properly.
Okay, that's definitely such a cool, weird thing. Why? Okay, hold on. Why? I guess you didn't learn it here.
So, because I'm French, right? And so in French, the G and the J, they're literally just the opposite. So I go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So in the middle, I say it in French because it's just transplanted from the French alphabet.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I hope you don't teach the boys like that. Imagine going to school
I'll let Sam teach them.
That's so funny. But it's the same. So I don't know if this is a dumb question, but it's the same.
And G is J.
That's it, but everything else is in the same order.
It's in the same order, it's just the sound of the letter is opposite.
Oh.
So even now, whenever is my postcode, it's a G, I remember it as G-O-D, that one. And then if I want to know the other one, it's J-E-S-U-S, okay, so J.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. You're what, in your late 20s and you can't do the alphabet. I love that. I'm saving that. I'm keeping that forever. Oh my gosh. So let's talk about your new business venture that I've mentioned to them, but I have not told them anything about it except that it's to do with your artsy side, but it's also not because it's kind of delving into another world. So tell us all about Adorn by God, isn't
Adorn
it?
with God.
With God, yes, I knew that. Adorn with God. Tell us all about it.
Tell you, I'm so excited. So, I love creating stuff, right? And I just wanted, I wanted what I wanted to do to turn people back to God. So not to be about me, not be about what I can do, but things that I do for them to look at it and to remind them of who God is, and for people to get reaffirmed in who they are through who God is. So now there's a lot of things where they reaffirm who you are. So it's kind of like, I'm strong, I'm fierce and stuff. And I thought that's awesome. But like sometimes it's hard to trust yourself. But when you know that it's an unmovable God and you learn who he is, his characteristics and stuff, you can just get lost in what that means for you. So when I thought up of the name, Adorn with Adorn, it literally means like make it prettier, make it beautiful kind of thing, like ooh, put it on. And I was like, adorn your life with God's word. And I just wanted it to take it back to the Bible and what it said. So, and I didn't want it to be specific, like right now I've dwelled into kind of like jewelry. So I've got these pendants. You see? Wee! So this is one of the ones, tiny ones. And it says, Yahweh, my Savior. I've got 6 different designs. Because usually people would pick one design, right, try it out and then branch out, but I could not pick. I was just like, I can't pick which one is like. I was like, no, I've got to have them all. So I've got my Redeemer, my Savior, Author of Life, my Safe Refuge, Faithful and Unchanging. And so those are the 6 that I got, and I thought, these are the ones I'm going to try it because they're so strong and so powerful. And even if it doesn't go out well, it doesn't matter because I can give them to my friends and it's still like a really good gift kind of thing. So that was my like idea behind it. And but that's not where I want to stop. I want to do like other stuff.
You stole my next question.
That last time, I want to do other stuff. I don't just want to be restricted to jewelry because I know usually like because I'm doing it on Instagram so that I can keep like the cost as low as I can. Whenever you look up like how to grow your business online and stuff, the main thing that they'll tell you is keep a niche. Just pick one thing and don't do other things. And I was like, nah, I can't. I want to do more things. I don't want to restrict myself.
So you're just like me, man. You're just like me.
It's like God's given us a talent. Let's just go for it.
I totally relate. Even the 6 designs, I would never be able to pick just 1 or 2. Like I'm so you. Like I so get that. All of it.
So I've got like ideas for other things, but this has gone well so far. So I'm really, really happy with it. I've sold out right now on the Safe Refuge one. I was really shocked. Wow. I was like, what?
Wow.
I really thought the Faithful one will be the first one to go. Because that's my favourite one to like if I had to really, really choose. But then Safe Refuge. And I think it speaks for like the moment, with the place where we are right now with the pandemic.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, just knowing that he's there, he's always there. He's always there to. But yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, no, I was just going to say, so when you were like, I wasn't sure how it's going to go, I was going to say to everyone, I was like, it's going so well, like, because you started it not long out
2
all ago.
weeks ago,
like 3.
yeah. So I'm in my 3rd week
there
now.
You go. And it also, and by the way, it feels like it's been months because it's like so like prominent, like it's all over Instagram, like people are sharing it, people are like obviously I follow Angel's page on Instagram, so I do see it, but other people are sharing it. It's being sold out, it's going crazy. I love those, are absolutely gorgeous necklaces, and it's not just for I don't think it's just for Christians, because it can be a great thing for Christians, but it's also a good reminder for people who might not necessarily believe everything that we believe, because it does, just like Angel said, the things that it says on it, it's just like, yes, because this is something that I've been thinking about a lot recently as well, because the things like you are valuable and you can do it and believe in yourself, yes, those are all great, but you can't ever do it by yourself. You shouldn't just believe in yourself and full stop. You're not valuable just because of you're an amazing person. Like, nothing's to do with you. It's all because of God. So yes, all those things are true. Yes, we can do it. Yes, we can succeed. Yes, we are valuable. All of that stuff, and everything that those necklaces say are true, but they are true because of God. And I think it's just such a great reminder, isn't it? It's just such a beautiful thing to wear.
I think sometimes you can get lost in like thinking that it's all on us, we got to depend on ourselves.
Yeah.
But no, it's God. He's the one who's made us the way we are. He's given us, and he's
Exactly.
supporting us, and he's helping us to become who we can. And primarily, I just wanted these necklaces to be an encouragement. When people wear it, just see it. It encourages you. And also, like, a couple of people have been getting it for their friends, and like, because I asked people, let me know why you got it, and it's like, oh, my friend's going through a hard time, and I just want to remind them. And that just like, yes, because at the end of the day, I want people to get encouraged by God's word. I just, you know, you just want that little bit of like, because at the beginning, when I was designing it, right, I was like, oh, there's just not enough space. I want to write buckets and buckets of things. And I was like, it's not a replacement. It's not a replacement for God's word. It's a prompt to remind us and go back to the Bible.
Yeah.
Like, because even with each of the verses, I picked out the designs, picked out verses. So when you can go and look at that, like, study it even more and just understand it even more. Yeah.
Also, to mention, you just reminded me when you said you picked out specific things. I love this. So cool. I'm sorry. I think that was the first time I've ever seen this idea, and I just think it's the coolest thing. So I'll let her explain it a bit more, but Angel picks songs and she puts it on the card that she sends out, and I just think that's so cool. Like, that was my, like, I loved your necklaces, but when I saw that, that was like my favorite part of like the whole kind of packaging experience. So share about
that's
that
one thing, right? Because I get them designed, send them off, and then come back. I didn't get to do much like hands-on stuff with the necklaces. So I was like, packaging, come on, time to do some like stuff in there. So I put my heart out into, like, instead of making thank you cards, I'm making blessing cards. And I've got a message on it, and at the bottom I've got the Spotify code for a song. And so it's just when you pop it on, and it's like the song it plays on automatically, and it's just like, isn't that amazing? You just get in the presence of God, like, straight away, just out of nowhere.
And it's like hand-picked for the person, isn't it?
Right now, I picked the song Blessing. Because I think last year it was really big. And so I was like, let's bring it back into people's memories. But then as it goes, I want to like change it around to, because I'm trying to find songs that maybe match the necklaces and stuff like that. But it's so hard. There's so many good ones.
Oh my gosh, I can help you with the songs. I can give you a playlist.
Let's do it. Because I think I struggle with that. That's my struggle. It's just like,
oh my gosh, that's the best part. I love it. I love that idea so much as well. I think it's amazing. The blessing, check out my cover as well. Don't forget, Angel's oldest son is in that video too. So, you know, just putting that in there, shameless little plug.
That video, trying to get that clip of him was like...
Yeah, exactly. Oh gosh. So you touched on this. So my next question I actually had was, are we going to stick with necklaces, or are we going to broaden out? And you said you are. Can you give us some idea of what that might look like?
Yeah.
What kind of products can we expect?
I think I want to do some like handcrafted stuff, but when it comes to handcrafted stuff, it will be kind of like limited amount of things. So I'll probably do like 5 or 10. Just do some handcraft stuff, put it on there, and when that's done, it's done, because that takes a lot of time and effort. And I'm a mom of 2, and it's hard enough.
I know. I was
packaging.
Literally, I was saying that in itself is talent. I was like listing your talents, and I was like a mum of 2 little boys, both under the age of 5, right?
One is 7 months right now, and the other one is 3.
3, there you go. Both like pretty much under the age of 3, really, and that's like a talent itself, like to manage to. So I was like listing it. I was like, that's another one. To be honest,
like I need to give props. My husband, he is an absolute.
We love to see it.
He is like, whenever I've got something to do, he's so capable. He'll just take over. I've got a postman.
That's awesome. No, just as we were saying it. That's sweet. That's really cute. Oh, seagulls. So the next question that I wanted to ask you is, what was the next question? Oh yeah. So when it comes to when it came to when it came to the name, sorry, you mentioned that already. You said that you picked it for the meaning, but where did that come from? Because I've got a few friends actually that are, that have quite good like ideas and stuff, and like names are always something that people struggle with, like whether it be because obviously I teach creative writing and stuff, whether it be for like a story, whether it be for a song, like names are always the hardest thing because you're kind of stuck with that permanently, aren't you? That's like what people will know you for forever. Like even with like the Abbey Diaries and my blog, like it's like the thing that cemented. So where did that come from? Like, did you kind of pray over it? Did it kind of fall into your lap? Was it recommended to you by someone? How did that come about?
I think by then I had made the jewellery and I was thinking, okay, what name shall I go for? And I was just thinking around, well, what do I want this whole thing to be about? And I was just thinking, I just want people to wear God's truth. And I was just like, oh wow, I don't, because I knew then I didn't want to just do jewellery. I was like, I wanted to do other stuff, and I was like, well, not just wear. And then I was like, well, let me go to the thesaurus and have a look at like other words that come in. I was like, God, show me what will be good, and things are coming up, but I still couldn't find anything else. And then suddenly it just popped up. It was like adorn, and I was like, oh, wow, okay. And I was like, let me Google the meaning of that, and then it was just like some description was like, if you adorn your walls, you're making them more beautiful. So I just love that you're not just wearing it, but these additions are amplifying they're making you better, they're making you beautiful. And I was like, yes, this is what God's word does to your life. You wear it in your heart, on your life, and that's it. So that's where I was just like, yeah, that's right. And then also, because like adorn was taken on Instagram, I was like, well then I've got to add something else. I was like, come on, that was like perfect. And then I was like, okay, adorn what? Adorn your life? I was like, no, adorn God. And I was like, no, because you're not putting anything on God. And then I was like, adorn with God. Let God do that for you. So it just worked out, and I thank God for that name.
Cool. Question number 10 that I wanted to talk to you about is your original artistic ability. How did you discover you were good at art, and how did you decide that, well, I mean, it is kind of like a side hustle. Yeah, it's a side hustle. That's what it is. How did you decide that art is something that you wanted to kind of pursue? Where did that come from? Did you do art GCSE? Like, talk us through your art kind of journey.
Art-wise, my dad is an absolute, like, he used to love drawing. He used to do all his, he's so good. Like, even now on his wall, he's just got some paint and he's just painting like a sunset. Growing up, our wall had like moon and the stars.
See, that's one thing I'd be surprised to learn about your dad. You see, like the surprise. Wow.
Yes, he's so talented, and he I think I get most of my like thinking from him, because he just thinks outside the box. The problem can't do, I can just think outside the box. And even my brothers are really good. David's got his own style. Aaron's got his own style. Recently we found out apparently my mum had like some kind of arty vibe, but she does not like it. She sees us drawing and she's like, I don't like it.
Yeah, you're quite an artistic family when you think about it, because like your brother Aaron, he does like all the graphic designs and things like that, doesn't he? So
and David is very good with like his hand as well, like even like carving things
like
and colouring and drawing and stuff.
So all different artistic things. You can kind of like combine your forces and make one like amazing business together.
Creation. So I've always loved, even I love buying notebooks, and I love buying like
notebooks. Did you say? Yeah, me too.
I love stationery as a whole, right?
Me
so
too.
I'll buy lots and lots of, like, even like painting tags and stuff like that, and I'll be like, okay, in this one I'm gonna draw this and that one. But even from the beginning, I always, whenever I used to read the word or the Bible, I'd get like an image or I'd think about it, and that's what really got me into my art thing, because then I would draw it out or I was thinking like that. I never really expressed it in any other ways. That's where, like, I'd read a verse, somebody speaks to me or show me something, and I write that. And then, but making it into like a business, the funny thing is, I hate businesses, right? I feel like every Sri Lankan out there has got a business. And I was just like, whenever my dad had a business, my husband, and I was like, I don't want to know, I don't want to hear it. But when this came, just say, it just felt like the right thing to do.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, no, because like I feel like it's creative thing. Well, I mean that's very general, but I feel like creative people, like whatever your creativity is, it's always a little bit difficult to like do the numbers or the business kind of side of things. Like they're two different talents, aren't they? But yeah, you can definitely merge them, and you've definitely got good people to help you with business stuff. So that's cool, very cool. So tell us a bit about your actual hustle. So tell us a bit about your normal regular job. So we said it's a lab technician. So is that like, how do you manage to like balance both things? Well, three things with being a mum as well. Like how do you manage the balance, and tell us a bit more about that kind of job.
So I work in the hospital in the labs. When people get the blood test done, they come over to us, and then we deal with it. We give you results, pull it out, all of that business. Because the NHS is 24/7 now, it means that I'm on a shift pattern. So I don't have a regular 9 to 5. It's kind of like all over the place. Luckily, right now I'm on maternity because I just had the baby.
Oh, so, yeah. Oh, still, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
that's still, it feels like so long.
That's
but
why right now this thing is kind of like that, and I feel like it's really, really good because I'm kind of like getting to know my steps. Like at the beginning, I went OTT with like my, but I was just having so much fun, and then now I've just kind of cut it down a little bit, made it more smoother, and it's giving me time to like go with it. I feel like I hear my baby crying.
Oh no!
Can you hear my baby?
No, I can't. Do you want to go check?
Is it just me? Let me go.
Yeah, go check. I've never met Johan. So I've met his older brother a few times, but I've never met Johan. So this is the first time I'm even seeing him through a screen. Oh my goodness. Oh. I have permission to put the while we talk on
consent,
YouTube.
yes.
I mean, like, this is very illegal right now.
I give you consent to put pictures of my son.
He's so adorable.
Oh
gosh. No.
The thing with him is he's very much a mummy's boy. So if mummy walks into the room and goes out, there'll be very big tears coming out, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, just sit next to me. And we carry on. Mummy can't remember what I was talking about.
Oh gosh. No.
Yes, I think Simon's just finishing up with Yahosha and I'll come back and get him. I was gonna come back and get him.
Oh.
We're gonna settle down now. Okay. So Mummy. No, Mummy's gonna get
We were talking about Adorn, like the name, right? Did I ask you another question after that? No, because you were done talking about Adorn. You definitely were. Okay,
Yeah.
So then we can move on to the next. Okay, no, we're fine. Okay. So my next question is, what advice would you give to someone who wants to? Oh no, we were talking about your artistic side of life, but you were done talking about that too. Yeah. That was it. That was question number 11.
Yeah.
Question number 12 is, what advice would you give someone who wants to not just start a business like yours, but to start a business that is on the artistic side? Because artists, they always say, you know, they don't make enough money, they don't do this, and I'm one of them. I'm like an artist. Like all of us in those kinds of careers. What kind of advice would you give someone who kind of wants to kind of jump in? What would you say?
First thing I would say, pray over it, right? Ask God's guidance. And the second thing I would say, try to find something that doesn't drain all your time. Like that's not gonna suck in all your energy, and then like you put in all this effort for like minimum kind of like doing something that carries on working or that carries on giving, even though you're not inputting into it, if that makes sense. So like with these necklaces, I've designed it, and that was my hard work, designing it, ordering a thing. Now I've got my like content, and now I've kind of got that peace time as I'm selling it. I'm like, it's a peaceful time for me. It's not like a lot of my energy going into creating more and more. But like right now, because I'm selling it on Instagram, I am having to like make content every day, the way that works. Trying to print that out. There is some kind of like work there going on, but it definitely, I would say, be like what you're giving. Like you don't want to burn out like so quickly. Okay. Like you want to do something that is it will still keep you joyful when you're doing it. You don't want to be like, oh my gosh, I'm putting so much work and I'm not getting much out
you don't want to burn out.
Because I think as a creative, it's not just like you're putting your whole self into it. Like you're imagining things, you're doing the work, and
and people underestimate that as well when it comes to creativity. Like they don't know how much work goes in. It just looks like we've drawn a picture, or we painted something, or we created a necklace, or we've written a song, but it's so much work, isn't it, that goes around it. So that's different.
Because say like you're selling a painting or something, like already have it done and know how many you've got, and that's how many you're gonna sell. Because then if you, in my view is like, say you do it as in when it comes, then you might have a lot to do, and then you don't have the time to do all that. So
like be prepared as well. That's what you're saying as well.
Yeah. Just that preparation and just that. Know your own ability, like your capability. Like this is how much I can do, and then if I get too much, it's gonna be too much. You want to be able to give your best for even the little you give.
Where can you see your business in 3 to 5 years time? Where do you see it going? How do you see it flourishing?
I really want to like reach out to like conferences and like
that's cool.
churches.
I mean, you could totally do that. I can totally see that happening.
Like I want it to reach out of just my circle of my thing. I want it to like, maybe I would love to kind of like say, you've got conferences that have got a specific theme. I'd love to design something for like a specific theme, and then so that the people have the word and they've got like this nice little reminder.
That's such a doable one as well, because I'm such a sucker for when I go to these conferences, I need to take something home. Like I need to go to the gift shop, I need to buy something. Perfect. That's such a great I can definitely see that happening. You should get started on that, you could get started on that now. And then
I think it's a little bit difficult now because it's still kind of like everything online-ish. I am looking into it though, and it's just like, but the one thing is, right, like when I was thinking price-wise, I was like, I want to keep it affordable, not like, but then the more like people you have in between, the prices go up and stuff like that. And I was just like, I want to keep it a little bit more affordable, and then that's just what I'm trying to see, like how do I keep it? Because like say selling on Etsy, then you've got fees, and you got to put it up to kind of like meet the stuff.
Lot to think about, but that's very doable for 3 to 5 years. I mean, that's great. Wow.
Yeah. 3 to 5 years.
So the next question I do ask pretty much everyone, but the only difference with you is that the fact that you're married with kids, you're in a cool, like you've got your career, you've got everything. So I am a bit but everyone has like something they want to reach. Nobody's ever like, okay, I'm happy where I am. Everyone wants to move forward. So what does your dream life look like in 5 years? I know that's different for you than everyone else I've asked, for me, for everyone, but I think you're one of the only people that I'm like, what could her dream in 5 years look like? But go on.
So it's funny because I've never had like a dream.
Really?
Growing up. I've never had like a 5-year plan or whatever. All I used to know is just like, I love odd numbers. So I used to be like, oh, I want to be married.
Oh yeah, I know, but does that ever happen? I mean, that happens with you, but does it ever happen for anyone else?
Oh, that's really dream. I've not had a job. Okay. But I just, in 5 years' time, I just want to be where God takes me. Like wherever He takes me, as long as I'm still following Him. Then go. I have no big plans, no ideas. I'm like
you're good. Yeah, you've got. Yeah. I mean, thank God you've got great. Like what most of it, because other people I ask, they kind of basically want your situation kind of thing. But like different career. The only things that are different are like careers and stuff. But
what I can say is like it was not out of my doing that I am where I am. Yeah. It's definitely That's my blessing on my life, is what God given me. So I could never like boast that, I'm this or I'm that. No, it's it's just God's like blessing on me. And when I write in my blessings, that's what I say. I pray that God blesses you more and above how you bless me, because
this was meant to be like an artistic YouTube vlog. This was meant to be like the artsy one, but now it's turning into like a ministry based, like evangelical, like oh gosh, I love it. Okay. So now moving away again, we're going to talk about fun stuff again. I mean, not that wasn't fun at all, but back to like learning more about you. So what is a country that you would love to visit on holiday? What's a country on your bucket list?
I want to visit Japan. I love animes.
I felt like you would. That's an answer that fits you perfectly. Like, I'm not surprised by that at all.
I love it. My favourite anime is Detective Conan, and I'm just waiting for Yahasha to get a little bit older to like dress him up. First, like dress up how you gonna.
I mean, for me, goes over my head. Don't know, but I know a lot of my viewers for a fact love anime, so I'm sure they all know what you're talking about, even though I don't.
It's the best, guys. If you haven't seen it, like
there you go, guys. She said it. It must be true. So next one, what's a country that you visited so far that you love, that you would recommend? You're like, everyone has to go visit this place.
I don't know. See, like growing up, my dad took us everywhere, like Europe. So I've never been kind of like wanderlust, and like I'm not really bothered about.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Right? Okay, you're quite homebound.
Yeah,
okay.
Like my husband, he wants to go to all these places, and I'm like,
oh my gosh.
But where I love Canada, definitely want to go there again. That is beautiful.
Yeah,
it's nice and big.
Wow, I love Canada. I've been.
Canada's nice.
It's nice. I don't remember much of it because it was like 10, but it was lovely and it's clean. Anyway, clean's great.
It is, isn't it?
I know.
Clean and big.
So question 17. We're only halfway through. Question 17. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? I'm sure we don't really need like you to answer that, but go on. I think I agree. Okay, now are the quick fire round. So we're fine anyway. So if you could get rid of one of these forever, so you'll never eat it again, which would you get rid of? Would you get rid of chocolate or ice cream?
Ice cream. I get brain freeze like all the. No, I've got a sensitive teeth.
I felt like you were an ice cream person. Okay, I misjudged that. Next one, milkshakes or hot chocolate to get rid of?
Both of them.
You know, a sweet tooth. Oh my god.
I have a sweet tooth, but not for those things.
Wow. Okay, so if you could get rid of like all savory stuff, so all savory like junky food, like crisps and I guess there's just and chips and things like that, or all sweet junk food, which would you get rid of?
Sweets. I need my mutton rolls. They count savory, right?
Yeah, I guess they're snacks as well. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh
but
my
I love
goodness.
like I have a cupboard full of sweets in my house.
you're like making it better. You're like, no, I do still love sweets.
I love sweets.
Oh gosh. So what is your perfect meal? So describe your perfect meal.
Meat, covered in meat.
Just
drizzle with some more meat.
Oh my God.
I say to the vegetarian.
I was literally gonna say those exact words at the end of that. Oh wow. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people in the comments. Yes, me too. Yes. Unfortunately, that's the kind of friends I have too. Next one. What is your favorite type of social media and why?
So I think right now I'm just enjoying Instagram. I think I used to have Facebook.
Where's that gone? Yeah.
It's gone now. I'll go back on it just to relook at the old pictures. It's like a good memory.
Yeah, same. I know. That's why you have it, isn't it? When the memories pop up. Because I used to be very active on it like 10 years ago, and now I don't even go on it at all.
Yeah.
But
I love the explore page. I like to see. I like that it's just not your friends and stuff.
Yeah.
But you get to see new things.
I used to be one to scroll, but now I am one to go on the explore thing instead. Like I do quite like that feature as well. That's very true. And I hate that. Well, I hate and love the way it knows you so well that it gives you the perfect things in the explore section. What's something that you do to relax in your spare time?
Read. I love reading books.
Okay, and that I can lead that nicely into my next question. What are you reading at the moment?
I am reading a book called The Jesus Creed by,
Okay.
I think, someone called Alan Scott.
Okay, and you'd recommend that, yeah?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay, cool. And what are you watching on Netflix or TV at the moment that you'd recommend?
So I try to cut out TV and things because my eyes, right? I got laser eye surgery and I'm trying to like protect them. But you've got to watch this Korean drama called Strong Girl Bongsu.
Okay, everyone else, you guys watch it. I'm gonna do that.
You have to. It is so funny. It's hilarious.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
I will send you the
I
link.
might have a look. Okay. Do you have any other hobbies except artsy stuff?
I used to love doing sports.
Oh yeah, of course you
But
did.
I've just really not had the opportunity nowadays to go anywhere and do anything. I can hardly catch a ball anymore. I tried to catch a ball the other day and it just like bounced out my hand and I was like, does that happen? Yeah,
I can't believe I forgot about that. I always think of you as the artsy friend, but you actually were very sporty, weren't you?
Yeah,
I remember.
I used to love my
like, forget trying to run with you. Like, I can't run generally, but like trying to run, no, forget that. Oh, wow.
But it's something I want to get more back into. I feel like I've left it completely though.
And we used to play netball together as well, Angel and I. We used to have quite a lot of fun. Yeah. So the next question. So when lockdown has been technically kind of lifted, but when it's properly lifted and it feels safe. Actually, first question before that. Have you been out and about already? Like, are you someone who's quite living life normally, or are you still quite like closed up at home like me?
Because I've had the baby, I'm being quite at home because like I believe sleep is the way babies grow and mine doesn't want to sleep. So I just like I'm keeping him at home, trying to get his naps and everything in.
Yeah.
My shopping trips have been my
Oh yeah,
exploring
same.
the world
Yeah.
kind of thing.
That's the
Other
only
than
time.
that, not really anywhere. Oh, I'm gonna give the baby over.
Oh, go on. Bye, baby.
Come. Bye, darling. I like it. It's not recording. There you go. Here you go. Boy, chicken idiot.
Okay, cool. So baby's gone. Sweet. So going nicely onto my next question then, when lockdown is properly lifted, when Sam's looking after the babies, let's say, where are you, or maybe with them, because you probably do want to go out with them, where do you want to go?
I want to go to London. I want to go to Oasis, the church that I went to before.
Oh,
and I
of
just
course you want to come back
see
here.
everyone.
Yeah.
Johan hasn't seen like half the world.
He hasn't met anyone,
So it's gonna be like, hey, look at my baby. Hey, look at my baby.
Oh, cute. Oh, bless. Oh. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Make things out of nothing.
Make things up. And why? That's the same question.
Ooh.
Why would you make things up? I mean, you could sell them. I mean, that's a really interesting thing.
No,
I've never heard
like
anyone
say
say that
I'm
one.
in the desert, I'll just like tent.
Do you often find yourself in the desert though? Is that somewhere you
When
often
I find myself
without
in
anything?
the rain, umbrella.
Oh, without an umbrella. Very good. Okay. That's a very I've never ever heard that one in all my 26 years. I've never heard that one. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Someone should make a Marvel character who can do that. Like, you know, superhero. So going back to advice, like we were talking about before, what would be one piece of advice that you would give yourself, say, when you were 13? Or 15, let's say 15, that's a bit older.
What would I give advice would I give myself? 13. Just keep on trusting God. That's it.
I love it. Yeah, I'm changing this. I'm going to change it from an artist to a child of God in the brackets.
I think that's it really. Like, what else can...
No, it is life changing. That is so, like, I feel like the people who know that really would agree, and then the people that don't might not understand it, but like it really is like so life-changing. Like only when you actually do it, only when you trust God, only when you know God is when you can understand that. And then like that's the only way you can understand that. I feel like nobody can tell
about
you.
Me is at the end of the year, right, you think about how your life has been. I can never remember the bad stuff that's happened, right? I know things happen, and then I remind myself, I'm like, no, it must have happened, because I know life is, but it's just that like God is so good. I just see that part, and it's just trusting in that next year it's just going to be the same. Just trust that. Yeah. Hey,
love it. Yeah, so you tell yourself that. That's cool. So before you described yourself, now describe me in 3 words.
Oh, that's a hard one. You is. Well, let's see. This is the thing, right? Descriptive words. I need to remember that it's a descriptive word.
Adjectives.
You are like, how do you say? Determined? No, like determined to like. I don't know how to explain it. Like, so you set your mind on something. So you set your mind to something. Like you're on a course. You're like, okay, I go for it. We get it.
Okay, I'll take that.
The main place I saw that was with like the whole vegetarian thing. She was like, I got my course and I'm sticking it out. Like the whole world is trying to get you to eat your meat. But you.
Oh yes, especially your brothers there and everyone else in that group. Yes.
You're stuck for it.
Yeah.
You're sweet and sensitive. That counts as one. Okay. Sweet and sensitive, definitely. Yeah. And the last one. You're creative as well. You're so creative. Your songs that you're making, you're like a writer. This blog thing that you're doing. No, it's so good. You're creative.
God is a creative God. He's made us all so like everyone's got a piece of creativity in them. Truly, like whether they know it or not. Oh, I love this. Okay, next one. You can choose. Pick our friendship. Describe our friendship in either 1, 2, or 3 words. It's such a unique friendship because when we first met, the memory that I mentioned before of the time we first met, we weren't like friends there. We met and then like we all knew each other kind of thing. But we developed our friendship probably at camp. It would be at camp.
Like I was just thinking, that was years and years ago.
Yeah. No. I mean that is really the description of our friendship, camp, and it's crazy. Like this was years ago though, before Angel was married, before like I think I was doing my GCSEs. Like we've been friends for over 10 years, but it's always like been cemented at camp, and then meetups following that. But it always gets grounded at camp. Like every camp, we just come out stronger.
Definitely.
Oh, I'm gonna let you say camp. That's not an adjective at all or anything to do with it, but I agree. No, that's true. Next one, 34, we're nearly at the end. What would you like to be remembered for? I think I know the answer, the basis of the answer to this, but what would you like to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered as a Jesus person.
Amen. Yeah, I knew it'd be something along those lines. Don't we all? Yeah, amazing. And what's one thing that you want to do before you go, before you die?
I want to do something, right? So even with like this business thing, I want to give like a part of like a percentage, like 10 or something percentage to Nunburn's charity. Okay. Because I love God's heart for the widows and the fatherless and the orphans. Okay. And that's something I want to be able to give to make a change in their lives somehow, somewhere. Yeah. Because so your heart is for like that kind of ministry, like for widows and orphans. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So that's a charity that I can link below as well in the description, so people can check it out themselves as well because you mentioned it. So we'll definitely put that in there. Okay, so a bit more bit happier. What's one exciting thing that you've done or are going to do this week? We're like pretty much halfway through the week. So what's one, it might just be something really small because we've been at home, but like what's something that was quite exciting this week?
I made some new designs for my necklace.
Oh,
so I'm going to give you,
guys.
So I'm going to give you the exclusive. I've got 3. I'm making them in silver and in rose gold, and I've added these 3 names: Gyro, Rafa, and Shalom. So yeah, that's an exclusive.
Gyro is, by the way, Gyro is such a tune at the moment as well. So I feel like that's gonna go off the shelves.
So I need to get.
Oh gosh. See, I'm an Elevation Church, shout out. I tune in every week. Like I've never missed like a thing since the start of the first ever lockdown. So I've been watching it every week. So as they released the songs, I was listening already before it dropped, so and the world got excited. Like the bless. I was like when it dropped and everyone got excited. I was like, yeah, I know. Like it's such a tune. You should definitely listen to it. But those had an exclusive. I wasn't expecting such an exclusive.
Like nobody knows.
Oh my gosh.
You're the first one.
How exciting. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see those. I think I'm gonna get the Gyro one. Yeah. But Shalom's nice, peace. They're all really nice. This is like, I'm like you, how do you even choose one like to get? Wow. No, they're so nice. Like I always look at these designs and I'm just like, how would you even choose? How do people even buy these? Picking one. So so finally, this is the last one, we're finished. So I'm going to turn the tables now. So if you had to ask me any one of these questions to answer, which would it be? And I'll answer it.
Oh, now I've forgotten like half the questions, but what would you tell yourself at?
It was a long interview, by the way. We've been here, wow, like I made an hour. Wow. Sorry, go on.
What would you tell yourself when you were 13? You could go back.
I would say don't wait and don't be afraid, because I feel like when I was younger I was like, oh, by the time I'm 20 I'm going to do this, but I never worked towards it. I was kind of like, it will happen. But it's like, yes, God works, but you need to work too. He's not going to just kind of send things into your lap. And I feel like I was kind of like, that was a bit naive in the sense that somehow magically I'll be in this place by 21, somehow magically I'll be there by 25. But it's like, and I was also afraid to kind of put myself out there, but I feel like if I'd done it earlier I'd be further now. And I know everything happens for a reason, but definitely don't just sit there and wait, and don't be afraid to kind of go out there.
That's really good. Yeah, that's really good.
They've got great advice from this today, by the way. You've thrown out some fire points, and I really like that last piece as well.
What you said right now is really good, especially wait for it, but work for it. It's really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Like definitely trust in God. He's going to give you all that you need, but also like in the Bible you don't see people just sitting there and like God handing them Israel or handing them things. You need to get up and work for it, and I think that took me a long time to really embrace.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow,
good, excellent.
Wow. All right, amazing.
Visit me when you're there to let me know.
Oh gosh, amazing. One of my, like, definitely probably my favorite. I love the other two, but probably my favorite one so far, if I can say that. No, I'm like, honestly, that was so like, because I think we're so talkative as well and we got so much out there, but there's such fire points on this one. I think like some people will need to, like, even me needs to like replay this again and listen to it, then like go back to it, because I think you're just going to get something every time. It was like a message, that's why it was like one of those sermons that you just need to keep going back to and make notes, because I feel like there were some good points. But guys, be sure to check out Angel's page, her Adorn by God. With God, see, I always do that. I know it's with Adorn with God. The link will be in the description. The link to the charity will be in the description. And the link, to Instagram, as I said, will be in the description. So everything that you'll need will be below. Prices, details, how to order your things, everything will be there. Check it out. Thank you so much for watching this long video. And thank you so much, Angel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's a bit of a longer one, but it's worth it, right? I hope you guys agree. Please give this a thumbs up if you do. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Make sure to check the description for all the information that you need, including a very special purchase option for viewers of the Abby Diaries and listeners of the podcast. Subscribe if you already haven't, and check out my blog, which is always in the description. See you guys. Bye.